So this is gonna probably be quick. I threw a bunch of stuff together real quick today because I'm gonna play around with something. Hey, how you doing, Valerie? Cool, cool. So I just wanted to come in real quick and just play around with stuff. Now that someone made a comment, I could probably fix this. All right. So yeah, I'm just gonna play around real quick. I still got to go through a lot of videos and a lot of the other stuff. So this is my front camera. This is the side camera. This is the behind the scenes camera. This is the iPhone. This is the other side camera. I play too much. I like gear. Uh, the picture in picture with another thingamajiggy. Then I could come back here. Then that's my laptop. This is actually a Portal TV. That's my desktop on my other computer. So yeah, anyone that knows me knows I'm just a little nuts. I just love gear. I love playing with everything. I, two Stream Decks. Yeah, two Stream Decks. So you're talking about the behind the scenes. Yeah. Got the 15 key over here that's connected to the Mac. I got the 32 key that's connected to the desktop computer over there that I built, which controls the A10 Mini. That way I could switch around in scenes and all that stuff with the A10 Mini. So when it comes to gear and all that stuff, I play around a lot. That's kind of like my thing. I'm not good with lights, but I play, I buy, I use. I am very hands-on. I'm like a kid in the candy store right now with all the tech. The software I'm okay with, but I don't do graphics and everything. So everything I do, I watched a few videos with building blocks, just enough to understand the text overlays and everything. So everything is text. But yeah, I have a thing where I don't focus very well, and I kind of like get distracted. So I'm all over the place. So I've been watching videos for a long time. But just to give you guys an idea of how excessive I am, I have not used a Mac in like 6, 7 years. So I just bought this Mac Mini a few months ago, and then I got Ecamm for I could play with it. So I bought the Mac to play with Ecamm. Then I fell in love with Ecamm, and now I don't want to just play around with Ecamm. I need some type of structuring. That's why I'm glad I'm in the class because I gotta structure everything. My Stream Deck is on the way. I have the Rodecaster and the A10 Mini. Um, I like the A10 Mini personally. I'm just gonna say it. I know that's not a favorite thing for a lot of people, but technically, if I had four cameras, literally four cameras with HDMI, I could be running those four cameras right now in the A10 Mini. The way I have things configured, just like now, you're looking at me. I could switch. This technically would be another camera. This technically would be another camera, another camera. So I could still switch between, but you can't switch scenes easily. I'm pretty sure if I think about it and I really apply myself, but it's not that serious, I could figure it out. I could figure out a way because the A10 Mini has software. So if you think about it, the A10 Mini has software you could utilize, and I keep forgetting what they're called, but there's this thing that you could kind of like program, and then you could configure it to a key. And I always forget what they're called. That rattles my brain. Um, but if you just use the hardware itself on the A10 Mini, it's limited. I mean, it's got a lot of buttons, it's got a lot of stuff. But if you download the actual software and you mess with the software, it's got a lot. Oh, Ecamm is amazing, but here's the thing, in my opinion. Again, it's just my opinion. I will utilize them all. So I'm using Ecamm, I'm using Stream Decks, I'm using the A10 Mini. This camera, nobody hate me. This is the Canon M50 Mark II with a Sigma 16 millimeter lens. I think it's fine. This is also the Canon, but this is the original Canon. Well, this one's got the 16. The other one's got the 30. See, my brain's just all over the place right now. But this is actually connected with a USB because the original Canon M50 doesn't have a clean HDMI. And then that's a Mevo Start. So that's 100% wireless. I just have it wired to a switch for PoE to keep it powered and to have it on the network because my philosophy is if you could run a wire to it, you wire it. So that's a mini Mevo Start. This is an iPhone 11 using NDI. And this is a C922 actually connected to my laptop, which is running OBS because I need to use NDI in order to bring it in. Like I said, I do a lot. And then we're back to over here. So physically connected with the cable to my Mac Mini is one camera. But yet I am running probably a total of 8 different sources in. So, yeah, Oh, cool, cool. Yeah, and I mean, to me, unless you have a really good eye and probably a huge TV screen or something, I'm not sure someone could really tell especially on Facebook, let's be real. I don't think someone could really tell the quality difference that much between all of these. But again, I have 2 mirrorless cameras, an iPhone, another camera behind me that's just all in one. I don't even think you could call it a webcam. And then I got this. I'm using one capture card on all this. So I have the one capture card to this camera. No, wrong. Technically, no capture cards. That's the A10 Mini. So the A10 Mini is a capture device. So that's the only thing I'm using. I'm using the A10 Mini with this camera, with my laptop feeding into it, with my desktop feeding into it, and with a Facebook portal feeding into it. So that's the A10 Mini. And the A10 Mini is wired into Mac Mini. So I have 2 devices. That's right. So I have the A10 Mini wired to the Mac Mini, and I have the side camera, this one here, which is the original Canon M50 with the 16 millimeter that's wired with a USB cable. And then I got dummy batteries on them. So technically I am running a capture card. The A10 Mini is kind of like a 4-port capture card. Oh, it is a switcher capture card. So you got to have something on there. But yeah, it's just the A10 Mini. And then I actually took a picture. So the PIP, that's actually a picture of the back of my Mac. So if you look, the cable all the way to the left, that's the USB cable running to my Canon M50. The one next to that is going to the 15 key Stream Deck. The one after that is the HDMI cable going to my monitor. And then I don't recommend hubs, but this is not a bad hub. It's actually connected with the USB-C, so that's a more powerful port on the Mac. And it's only got 2 things connected to it: the A10 Mini and the microphone, the MV7. Then the blue wire is my data cable because, again, I wire everything, even though the Mac Mini has wireless. And then you got the power cable. So you don't want to plug in too many things. If you are, you get a docking station, but you don't want to plug in too many things, and you want to plug in as much as possible directly. I mean, I'm good with hardware. I'm not good with software sometimes. Hey, what's going on, Roy? I didn't even realize you were the one asking the question. Also, let's do demo mode. Also, for I can see comments, I kind of do a little trick. So you guys are over here. That way I can see names. Because I can see Facebook user, but over here I can see names. And then you just got to make sure you mute it. That way it doesn't echo through. Again, like I said, I'm kind of like all over the place. I need to do a few things, and then I need to go to bed. I need to go to work tomorrow. What else did I want to say? Another thing, headphones are very important, but it's like I'm just recording. I have no guest. I'm not playing any external like sounds or anything that should be picked up by the mic. So that's the only reason I'm not wearing headphones. But unlike most people that don't like a microphone in their face, which I'm okay with it, I wear the big ones too. So it's good for monitoring the audio because now I could hear myself even better because the audio is coming through the headsets. So yeah. All right. I think I was rambling on, but at the same time, Adrian did say if people jump in the room, keep the convo going a little bit. Got to practice that, you know. So yeah. And I need to learn how to look at the camera. Again, I prefer to be behind all the gear. A lot of the stuff I'm trying to learn and deal with is more of to help the organization and manage their streams. So I'm the tech guy, mostly behind the camera, but I have the gear. I own everything in here, so I might as well utilize it, right? I mean, why not? All right, and then I programmed a few more buttons that I normally don't use. That way I don't have to mess with the screen. So I just realized that when I did the go live and the finish button, it's not a double click. So when I hit finish, it's going to finish. I got to make sure I am ready to finish and I stop talking because it will cut me off. So I appreciate everyone that jumped in. You guys have a good time. Hopefully you're getting through the videos a lot faster than me. It would help if I stopped playing and focus, but that's one of my issues. I don't focus very well. So we'll see how things go. I'll catch up. And again, we don't do anything on the weekends, so I will finish on the weekends. So bam, I'll be good. All right, take care, everybody. This is Valerie. All right, always love to share, always love to talk. As you could tell, I'm still talking. Especially when it's like-minded people interested in pretty much the same thing. We might not be interested in the same thing when it comes to the actual businesses and what we want to do with all this stuff, but we have the interest in Ecamm, cameras, audio, lighting. So we all familiar now. All right, everyone, take care, and until next time.